The plot! This was my dream scenario. You made my dream come true, but how quickly dreams can turn sour. We're seeing Toy Story 5 8 times today. So why do I say the dream turned sour when this was the dream? Because I saw it. I saw Toy Story 2 days ago with my one child. And I had a blast. I had a really good time. It was fun. It was a good movie. And then I started complaining in my head and was like, spoilers. Seriously. Because Lily Pad was the first antagonist without a lot of presence to them. We were still getting filler Buzz Lightyear shticks. Weaker resolutions that could have been strengthened by better writing. And now I gotta do that 8 times. With so many of the gaps between movies being 3 minutes. And I don't mean gaps between the movie ending and the trailer starting. I mean the movie ending and the movie starting. So I don't even know how this is gonna turn out. But I was drawn in by the allure of 8 viewings. I'd much rather be watching Stop That Train 6 times because it was a perfect comedy. Except the more than likely, definitely generative AI that would use there, so no. Or the death of Robin Hood, which would have been a glorious Old Man Logan-esque type tale 5 times. I still haven't seen that. I'm so excited. But instead, we're figuring out that there's no turning around. Or as I pointed, no around turn. Except I just did it twice. Toy Story 5 8 times, like it says. Let's go. With a schedule like that, we got 3 things to figure out today. How to eat, how to step, and how to button. How to eat is the easiest solution. It's a Huel Up. Huel, the sponsor of my nutrition. Not today, but maybe someday. Seriously, we need some sponsors to beat the Guinness World Record. Let's Huel Up together. Seeing Toy Story 5 8 more times.
Wait, is that oh.
There'll probably never be another movie that could be 8 times, so I was like, yeah, I mean, hopefully. Oh boy. Look at all the Toy Stories. I missed you, sir. You left.
2 hours later. Two hours later.
It's fine. It delivers the message it wants to. It's just a bummer that it doesn't hit harder. Let me look at what I wrote down for the 420 reviews. Gosh, that really does look like Andy's cloud design. While I Huel Up. Still, not today, but maybe one day. The fact that a lily pad means no internet safety is hilarious to me because not one adult is like, wait, how do they have your address? I haven't talked to their parents. I mean, seriously, Bonnie's mother literally says that she needs to talk to another kid's parent before a sleepover, but when they go out to pick up toys and when the kid comes to pick up toys from their house, neither time are they like, okay, why do we have their address? I need to talk to their parent. Why do you have our address? I need to talk to this parent. That's really it. It could just be better, but the message is good. We're 25% of the way through today. Let's get rid of our trash. How to step's going to be a little more challenging because I'm a little over 1,000 steps right now. The last screening is after midnight. The biggest gaps are 2 18-minute gaps and 1 63-minute gap. And the steps goal that's been working for me most is taking my 1 year average steps and making sure that I do at least that much. So I've got a lot of steps to do today and not a lot of time. The last one is the button. How to get you to hit the like button. Will it be now or will it be when I get to 4,200 steps? Because that's a pretty dope number. As a T-Swift fan, I don't know why we had to replace the You Got a Friend in Me song with a Taylor Swift song in the credits. Weird, could have just had it somewhere else. I like Taylor Swift. I like they're involved. Don't like the Key and Peele weren't when their characters were. But too many characters. All right, back to it.
Okay.
Apparently, I freaked people out by leaving my bag here and walk outside.
2 hours later.
3 screenings down, and I have no plans on ghosting this challenge, just like I have no plans on ghosting the energy I need today. Ghost, the sponsor of my energy. Not today, but maybe someday. Seriously, I really need this. 18 minutes, meaning the movie ended just around the time the trailer started, so I actually have a little bit of breathing room. I hate the fact that this feels true, but the executives who demand second screen viewing exposition in Netflix movies and Dwayne Johnson's Red One, which technically wasn't a Netflix movie, feel like they creep their way into this writing room just a little bit, because there is like 5-6 times where they don't last super long, but I'm just like, we got the point, we got it. You don't need to say it again or repeat it at the moment of biggest tension or do that 3 times for the finale. Because there are 3 times in the big moment, the big solution-y time span and everything that just feel a little too much. It's like, all right, we got it. That and the too many characters. Having the Key and Peele characters back but not even being voiced at all. And all those other times where they just write characters out because they don't have something for them to do, and yet we're still having an overpopulation, it feels like. It's a bummer. It gets my energy low, but this will get it back up. Yeah, it's just a bummer. I want to go back and rewatch the first 4, but especially the first 3, to see how much I'm just being a cranky old boomer complaining about stuff I wouldn't be complaining about if I had seen it as a kid like I did the original trilogy, and how much this is actually legitimate criticism because the quality of the writing has declined compared to previous scripts and earlier installments. 3 down. 5 to go. Now the big questions are, how are you going to see 8 movies in a day, you financially illiterate idiota, let alone 1,825 over a year? It's because of Regal Unlimited. I don't pay anything extra. And you can use the code down below to get yourself a free month of Regal Unlimited. I've already referred 36 people, even before these videos existed. So I actually won't get another month because I've already maxed out mine, but it's fucking great. Use it for yourself. Go! Go!
2 hours later.
I am being brave because there are 2 wonderful people doing a TikTok dance or some such on the other part of the roof where you would see the background of the Chicago skyline. But I wanted to touch base on a little part of this movie that really, I think, could have used even more focus in the narrative, because they touched on it a little bit, which is this desire or need or obsession with having kids be at a certain point by a certain age in terms of development or how they're acting or what they're consuming, or, you know, in terms of educational materials. Because after the sleepover, Lilypad freaks out over the fact that Bonnie apparently is 1 year behind the other girls, and it just reminds me of all this like weird school stuff that we had when I was growing up, which I'm sure still exists, but reason why my kid has always been in an alternative education that doesn't do that very provably wrong method of teaching and learning and all of that, which we'll talk about later. But it's just like, there are certain things that we need to prepare our kids for with regards to the world, and so many of them are not where your reading skill is at when you're 2, or in 2nd grade, I should say, or 5 or 6 or whatever. And it's just putting pressure on kids at such a young age. Like, how do we think that that is healthy at all? Why are we worrying? Well, you know, they're in 2nd grade, but they're reading at 1st grade level, or they're in 2nd grade, but they're reading at 4th grade level. Oh my God. We don't even treat C's like how they're supposed to be interpreted, which is literally the average. We see C's as a bad thing, and too many people see B's as a bad thing. When I was in 8th grade, we didn't have the terminology and the vocabulary to say, hey, you need to focus on your mental health and prioritize that. But there was a really nice girl who was so obsessed with having all A's that she had gray hairs. And even then, I was like, girl, you gotta relax. And I'm assuming that must have been some type of parental pressure that she was having to be a straight A 8th grade student. Like, the truth is that everyone's just going to develop at their own rate, and they're all going to basically get to the same spot around the same time. We shouldn't be ranking them against each other. We should prioritize helping them on their way, the way that's best for them. Wow, it's super overheated. Anyway, I'm going to finish this and transition back into the theater for viewing number 5. Speaking of transitions, you can make a smooth transition over to moviesardope.com or patreon.com/moviesardope and become one of the toasty buds at one of the dopest tiers. Get over 200 episodes of exclusive shows, ad-free podcasts, and these episodes early during the Guinness attempt. Alright, who is down to give a like after 4,200 steps? It's obsession now.
Can't concentrate on what I'm saying if you... Yeah, just pick one.
2 hours later.
Alright, we're about to just jump back into it. That was the 5th viewing. My audience applauded, but I genuinely think I could do like a good faith hour-long video just pointing out all the weird little shortcomings for Toy Story 5. But this is one of those 3-minute breaks, and I'm nervous with people around because I don't want to go all the way up to the roof and back down. So I'm gonna jump back into it. The ability to get good steps in really depends on good footwear. Water is also essential.
2 hours later.
6th viewing done. Awesome sunset. You know, there are studies that show that girls and female presenting people under 15 who get social media, there's a giant spider. Look at this spider web. Can you even see it? Have really detrimental negative effects to their mental health in the ways you can imagine. So it is kind of aggravating to me that Disney went so soft. The negative effects of tech and the pond, when there were little tiny hints of that, it would have actually helped Lilypad feel like a more formidable antagonist, because they could have seen them getting a thicker skin as a good thing, because there are parents who actually think that that is part of growing up. Getting bullied or being able to not seem like you're disappointed by other people's garbage behavior. That's really it. It's important to Disney to not go at it too hard, because that would affect their business, their bottom line, their money. That is what's important to them, and it's literally a perfect transition into what's important to me. If you didn't know, this video and the videos like it aren't just for funsies, even though they are fun. I want to break 2 Guinness World Records while raising money for charity, and doing a daily vlog series would be the best way to get attention on those goals. So I want to get a couple small sponsors who can fund me and an editor surviving for a year while doing that, and raise money for alternative education, because we know it needs to be improved. Heart health, my kid was born with multiple heart defects, suicide awareness, and autism awareness. Those reasons I'll keep personal to myself, but I want to break the record for most movies seen in a cinema in a year, and at the same time that would break the record for most movies seen in a year. And it's all the standard stuff, so if you can like it, if you can share it, if you can tag a brand, that would be a really good partner for this attempt, just so that we can get more spotlight on it, get more impact done, and help more people through those charities. It would really mean a lot. Like, I'm being so sincere. I can't act. We're 75% of the way through, and once I chug this, I'm going to go back in for number 7. Now, my audience was cool. They made this time more pleasant, and another part that I wanted to talk about is it was such a perfect time with the Social Reckoning coming out to have this conversation. But Disney gonna Disney.
2 hours later.
7th viewing, and 2 things are for certain. 1, Jesse definitely could have escaped that dollhouse, if not through the window where the light's coming in, if that was fully sealed, through the shutters that are next to the door that Jimmy Dean is blocking. But the other thing is, and it was really aggravating me, I've been putting the pieces together just to be sure before I guess I started getting angry about it, but the buzzes are just dumb in a way that doesn't make sense. I guess you could justify it as saying the high-tech buzzes are like a new refresh, so you're starting from scratch, but like immediately in the first one, he was reporting to Star Command, taking notes, no intelligent life forms around. In the second one, there was the antagonistic one that fought Buzz from the store, I believe, and tried putting him in a box, and that's just Haven't watched that in a while. This is just, I mean, is the Star Command logo even a star? Isn't it just what's on his chest? The wings, the planet, the ship? I don't know. Felt like they had a fun idea for just an overabundance of buzzes with a new merge option and just didn't care about continuity with the other films. It's a little bit of people's deconstruction of Woody and Bo Peep and 4, where I actually can get behind Bo Peep needing to be so radically different, but people seeing Buzz as this like stammering guy, I can also kind of see that maybe, but I get that it is a departure, and this just felt something like it. So I got the ticket for 8, but honestly, I just think I'm gonna tap out. I'm tired. I don't want to watch it. Psych. I am breaking this promise. Let's go see 8. Even if this film didn't 8, but even if this film don't 8, even if I can't say this film 8, I'm gonna see number 8 today.
Hours later.
And that was it. 8 viewings in one day. 9 viewings total because of the 2 days ago. Toy Story 5. I pray they're done. I think them introducing the tech is kind of the nail in the coffin. Like, you can't make another one. And they can't repeat stuff from Andy's journey. They're not going to age up Bonnie because he's already gone to college. Are they going to do that again with her? Like, no. So I hope it's done. Movies on my mind. Delicious. Cue the dope people. I got chocolate all over the phone. And unfortunately all over the shirts. Worth it though. Gonna throw that right in the wash when I get home. Cue the dope people.
I'm living in a movie, there's a scene you gotta jump. I got my people at the viewing who all knew me selling tickets. Yeah, they talking about the beauty. I see Scorsese outside saying this isn't cinema. Free man, I ain't doing shit tomorrow, I don't need plans. I'll be kicking it till April off for $3 grand. I don't even need the money, I just need fans.